Alrighty. How's everybody doing? How you living? How you feeling? I'm A1 like steak sauce, man. I am G, the seeker of truth. This is spiritual steak, and yes, your spirit is at stake. We never want to take this lightly. Man, let me tell y'all about a day, you hear me? I've been out at Mount Nebo with the fam. My mom's had a little camping trip she wanted to do with the kids for spring break. So I've been out there kicking it. But on the way back home, I stopped at the Edwards on Cantry. And Bud went in and grabbed some stuff to make up for the night. Grabbed a couple of groceries. Probably in about maybe 15, 20 minutes at the max. She come out, we pull off. And as I'm coming down Mississippi, I get over by Mississippi and Ohio Street. And it's a car, like, sitting adjacent out in the road, taking up two lanes. And they had just hit this other car. To the point that this other car, there's some apartments that sit right here off the side of Mississippi. The other car had got hit, so it had hit and went up like almost in the parking lot. It was like jumped the curb and everything. Totaled out. And I'm seeing, and it was a car that was behind the car, and it kind of just went around and kept on going. And so I pull over into the turning lane and throw my hazards on, and I jump out, and I went to the first car first, the first car that was closest to me. I went, and there was a guy, he jumped out, and he ran over to the gutter and threw something in the gutter, and he run over to the car that was hit, the other car. He knocked on the window a couple of times, like, y'all okay? And then he ran back to his car. I meet him at his car. I'm like, hey, man, you all right? And he like, yeah, I'm good. But I see, like, he was tweaked out. I know a lot of folks be like, man, they was trying to play it off like he had a concussion. But I ain't even talking about that. I ain't bringing it up for that reason. I'm bringing it up for this reason here. I pulls over and I throw my hazards on. I jump out. I go over and I check on little buddy. And then I go over to the other car because the other car is tinted. It's all tint windows, so I don't know who was in the vehicle. But whoever in the vehicle just had a wreck, and they had a bad wreck. And so I go over and I knock on the window a couple of times, like, hey, yo. And I finally hear a voice, and I'm like, hey, is you all right in there? And it was a lady that was driving the car. And she was like, yeah, she all right. So I tried to open the door. Her door was stuck. So I snatched it back and I pushed it open for it and, helped her up at the tried to help at the vehicle. But she had two little girls in the back and she was heard her talking to somebody in the vehicle. I didn't know how many people was in the vehicle. And so she was like telling somebody like, okay, y'all get out. Because I think initially she thought I was the person that hit her. But I'm like, I ain't the one that hit you. I was driving by and I stopped. And so anyway, I open the back door. It's two little girls in the back seat. I give them between the age range of 10 and 12. They get out. I'm asking them, y'all okay? I help her. I snatch the driver's side door open. And the airbag had deployed on. Then some side airbag had deployed right here. And so we had to get her. And she slid up under the airbags and I get her out. But all this going on, when the door opened, another dude come down. And he asking me, like, is they okay? And I'm like, I don't know. She ain't really talking because, like, I can imagine she was in a state of shock. And anyway, get out, boom, stand up. Little buddy, he done ran down here with me. And so now we down here, and another guy pops up in the green jacket. So now we go over. to the other task of pushing the car at the street because the car is taking up 2 lanes coming up Mississippi. And so I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, throw the car in neutral. And we're going to push it out the street. And the guy in the green, he like, man, the car it ain't going to move. I'm like, man, throw this car in neutral. And I'm finna push it off the street because, like, I ain't the strongest person in the world, but I'm pretty strong. And I didn't push cars. Like, throwing a car in neutral and pushing it ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard work. And so we push the car back, get the car pushed back, and all this go on. And so the girl's sister and the girl's sister and sister husband show up. They the first on the scene. They pull up. I say first on the scene like I'm like I'm the paramedics or somebody, like I'm the first responder officer. But they were the first people to pop up, and they start asking questions. And the two guys, because I didn't see the wreck. I came I seen immediately after. I didn't hear the collision. I didn't see it. I didn't hear the collision. I seen the aftermath. And so, boom, like I say, I could do it. Anyway, they going through and they telling the teller what happened. And I wasn't an eyewitness, but it's raining. It was a light rain tonight. And so, I first offered the lady, I'm like, well, would you want, if you would like, you can get your girls at this rain and they go sit in my truck. My daughter in the back seat, my wife in the passenger seat. They'll be straight over there in the car. And she was like, well, I just feel like I'm in Twilight Zone and I can understand this. And then I'm a total stranger. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm saying I'm cool don't mean I'm cool. You see what I'm saying? Because hey, the world is thrown. But me, I'm going to get to this. And so anyway, the fire department pull up. We waited. It took forever for the police department to pull up. The police finally pull up. Everybody giving their statements. I didn't want to give a statement. I didn't have a statement to give. But I got irritated because it was a lot of we. We did this. We pushed the car. We stopped and we opened the door and we helped them out the car. And I'm sitting over here like, we ain't do that. I did that. You know what I'm saying? And so on the way, after everything kind of got settled, I made sure they were straight. I had even went to I had some, like I say, we got in the mountains. And so I had got my, I had hoodies. I had so many hoodies and I had a blanket. So I put the blanket around the mama. I put one of my hoodies on one of the girls and I put my other hoodie on the other girl. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like I say, it was a light rain. It was chilly. It was like 58 degrees, maybe lower. But it was nice chill. It was. Anyway, I was it come to find out that the sister husband is a police officer or somehow connected to the folks, the big people. That he can call directly through to him. And so he was talking to the two guys, woo 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 woo. And I was sitting back and I'm like, I'm not just standing here. I don't know this woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to address you, but I won't let you know, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, because I see that you are and I'm not trying to be the man over the situation. I don't know these folks. You know what I'm saying? But like I told her, I'm like, I have to try to be the change that I want to see in the world. Everybody talk about change. But do you know how many people I seen that looked over at the wreck? Some people had their phone there recording the wreck and they just driving by. Just drove by. And you be like, well, gee, you just said it was a light rain. If you was in a wreck and it was a light rain, would you want that to be the reason nobody got and helped you? You got your 2 kids in the back seat, they scared, terrified. Would you want that to be the reason nobody got out and helped you? And I know we ain't got in the spiritual state yet. We haven't actually got into the word. But spiritual state is more than just read from the Bible. It's everything that goes working with the spirit. And like I say, I started to feel some type of way. And so on the way back, I'm having a thought cause they talk to the police, you know what I'm saying? And The dad, the father, the husband, of the sister, he thanked them, woo 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 woo, and then they was leaving. The girls was leaving. I was finna get ready to get ahead. Got checked out by medical. I stayed the whole time, right up until almost to the very end, to when they was giving the police was giving the incident report, the incident number and everything out. But I stayed the whole time. And like I say, they had my hoodies, and he was putting them in his vehicle to get them out the rain after they had got checked up by the paramedics. And so I asked him, I like, excuse me, sir, these your granddaughters? He like, I like, these your daughters, your granddaughters, whatever. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, I need to get my hoodies. Can I get my hoodies back? And he was like, these your hoodies? I'm like, yeah, they're mine. And so we go walk over to the car and we go in there, and they like, he was like, oh, I thought they was there. I'm like, nah, I was just like I was telling you, because I had told him earlier, but like it was like I didn't get heard or something. Or like he looked at me, but like looked over me, and I realized like a lot of my life, like you look at me and you look over me, but you remember me. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember, because I don't. And the crazy thing is like I don't necessarily like to be around people. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same sense, like I cannot not help somebody. If I can help somebody, I'm gonna help them. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind frame, it ain't gotta. It don't matter if they black, white, male, female, transgender. It don't matter. Like genuine, what is it? Oh, genuine. I told y'all it's been a long day, man, and I'm not trying to gas it up. I don't want no accolades. I don't want nothing for it. I'm trying to get to this point. I was coming around Canis, and I'm sitting here like, man, they talked to dude, man. He this, that, and the third. And like, a part of me wanted the family to know that I cared enough that I stopped, and I was the one that ripped the door open, and I was the one that took the girls at the car, and I was the one that helped the mom at the car, and I was the one that put the hoodies on them and made sure they was warm while they were waiting on the paramedics. And I was the one, you know what I'm saying, putting the mom up on game, you know what I'm saying, about the situation. Because like I say, a part of me wanted their recognition, and then in that same sense, it was like, well, they did it for the glory, but you did it for this glory. So you working for two different glories. And in that moment, man, it was like, even as I'm sitting here telling y'all right now, like it's just such a euphoric, such an exhilarating feeling of the fact of like I do so much. Like, and I'm talking about like just out of genuine love. Like I told you, I cannot drive by you and see you on the curve and your car, you got your hazards on, your hood up. I'm a mechanic. I'm gonna pull over and I might can get you back going, baby. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not gonna charge you. And no, you ain't gonna know my name. And no, you ain't gonna know where I came from. And no, you might not never see me again. But I was there. And I was cared enough to let you know I was there. The woman she say, thank you so much. I say, you know, I try to be the change that I want to see in the world. I was coming down 4:30 one night. I get off on the Pike exit. And it's a dude broke down on the side of the street trying to change the tire. He got a flat. Young dude. Male. It's night. He a black man. It's night. He broke down on the side of the road, North Little Rock, right off the exit. Cars go right by him. Cars go by him. I pull over. I say, what's up, bro? You need help? He's like, man, I'm trying to get this tire changed. I ain't got no jack. Bro, I got a jack in the trunk. Pop the trunk, jack his car up. We changed his tire. Brody, he say, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro, man. What you need, bro? What can I give you? I'm like, bro, you ain't got to give me nothing. I'm just trying to be the change I want to see in the world. That man don't know my name. I ain't seen bro again. And I'll probably never see him again. And that's why I say it don't matter. It's not about male, female. It's not about black, white. That genuine love. That genuine love. And so like in that moment right there, it was an eye opener for me. And like I look at like I told y'all before, I look at Spiritual Steak and I look at the subscribers and I look at the views and all that, and it get deflating because I put so much of me into this. And yeah, I don't go through all the editing and all this because I want you to get it like I'm giving it, like it's given to me. It's raw. And it's real, it's passionate, it's up, it's down, it's off kilter, it's relieving, it's stressful, it's informative, it piss you off, it's everything. Duality of life, baby. But instead of saying change, I want to see change, I need change, change. Be that change. I just told my daughter, all it take is one. Now, everybody passed by this car on Stagecoach, broke down on Stagecoach. This wasn't too long ago. They had their hazard lights on right there beside the church. Everybody passed by this car. I turn around, I pull up, throw it in park, throw my hazards on, jump at them coming across the street. I don't know who in the vehicle. Guess what? It don't matter who in the vehicle. Whoever in the vehicle need help. Whoever in the vehicle need to see that the world is not as messed up as they think it is. Whoever in that vehicle need to see that it's good people still out here. And I don't claim to be a good person. I just know that I couldn't ride by and not help. Not offer the help. And so what I go over, hey, y'all want to throw the thing, y'all want to try to push it at the street? They say, yeah. They throw the car in neutral. I jump behind that bad boy. They say, you need help. I say, hold on, I'll let you know in a minute. I did. I did. And I pushed the guy at the street. You heard me? Right when we getting it, we done bust this right. We finna push it up in the church line. Another truck pull up. Guy jump out. He get the other side. And me and him push it. Between 30 and 40 cars passed me pushing that car. But it didn't have nothing to do with them. Right? Why would they care about a man out here pushing a car in the middle of the night? Down Stagecoach. They ain't broke down. Ain't no sense in asking, hey, bro, you need some assistance over there? Nah, he get it. I had it. Even when I got to a point, I'm like, oh, Most High, you gonna have to give me some more strength, baby. I ain't go, hey. And that's when Lil Fam showed up. You know what I'm saying? And we put it over there. And I'm like, y'all good, y'all need anything? They woo, he go over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He pound me up. I jump back in the whip, smash out. They don't know my name. They probably didn't even see my face enough. They seen the glimpse of me walking by saying, throw it in neutral. Say, where you want your glory at? Where you want to be glorified at? Down here where everybody can see it? Where everybody can plot on it and hate on it? Where somebody can try to tear it down? Or somebody that don't know your story say you don't deserve it? Or you want your glory somewhere where can't nobody or nothing touch it? These are lessons that I'm learning. And this is the question that I pose to you today. Where do you want your glory? I am G, the seeker of truth. This here is Spiritual Steak. And until next time, y'all stay elevated.